hot damn, that was a fucking epic chapter. Whew, but that pause was enough. We are now in section 22. Section 22, Void. Okay. Void, huh? But I know Pollux is the more divine one, but they both are technically divines in this Lostbelt, you know, so that's why I sort of said what I said. Starting with a Kirshdaria exposition, I'm hoping. Zeus. You and I did agree on one thing, to resurrect the Age of Gods. But since your ultimate objective was to escape Earth, to leave this planet behind and return to space, we were never going to fully see eye to eye. It didn't have to be this way. I could have gotten behind your plan if you had made Olympus into a new kind of starship and brought its people along with you on your journey. But instead you planned to abandon even the very people who named you God in the first place. What you envisioned was no new Age of Gods. It was a dead end. Just like with the gods, a proper human history left behind. It's a shame, my friend. Not even Queen Europa, a heroic spirit of proper human history, was able to inspire a change of heart in you. Then again, perhaps all stems from the ancient curse you've been carrying all this time. Even with all the functionality of every ship in your interstellar fleet at your command, you still couldn't disobey your primordial father's directive. It's a great pity, Zeus. Or chaos, I should say. Oh, damn! That did a lot more than the others! The great Demiurge has gone silent. The great Demiurge's divine core is falling apart. Cronus crown damaged, shutting down. Infinity crystal connection deactivating. The great Demiurge is no longer able to maintain its aletheia. Damage to space-time linking crystal synced to divine core. Warning, warning. Chronos' final judgment functionality has been accessed from the source. A permanent space-time fault is about to occur. Please be wary of space-time quakes. Space-time fault. Uh-oh, ominous music. What's going on? We finally killed that piece of shit, right? There shouldn't be any more damn machine gods left. And I doubt the Lostbelt itself is falling apart, seeing how the Tree of Emptiness is fine, so it gives. I'm not detecting magical energy, and atmospheric magical energy density levels in it are still normal at Olympus values. But then why are we seeing? What are we seeing? It almost looks like there are cracks forming in space itself. Look to the heavens. There is something there within the fault that lies even beyond these space-time distortions. Oh, we've got an outer god peeking at us, don't we? Space-time is being distorted, so cracks in the space-time continuum? Something beyond space-time is looking in. Reality itself is fracturing. It's Sauron! We have Sauron here! The Lord of the Rings crossover is here, everybody. Sauron, the true enemy of Olympus. The space we're standing above splits apart. The heavens above us cracks open. They are an impossible sight lays bare to see. Something on the other side of the gap that seems as though it were forcefully twisted open. I can't believe it. That thing peering down on us from the gap in the distorted sky is an eye. A great eye in the sky, staring down at Earth. Chaos. It's a giant eye. I don't know how I can tell, but I'm positive that it's looking at us. No, it can't be. What is it? What's got Ares so shaken up? Well, here's something I never thought I'd hear myself say. Please, Mr. God of War, try to calm down. Wait, on second thought, do you know what that thing up there is? You've been in that rift this whole time. They're the very first starship, the source of all 12 Olympians, a colossal interstellar mothership, and the oldest machine god of them all. By J6, Chaos! A solitary beam fires from the eye, traveling faster than light. Only Cronus and the Crimson Machine God could react in time. They both moved immediately to defend against the impossibly swift threat. Cornus put up a bounded field to protect the Chaldeans, while the Crimson Machine God used his own body, a set of armor made from holy adamant steel and reinforced with conceptual defenses to block the attack. And then, Lord Cornus. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right, properly. Ares just got deleted. Huh. Ares' readings have completely disappeared. What just happened? He died saving your lives. His spirit origin has already been vaporized. He was killed by a ray of sunlight, great authority that exceeds that of Apollo in his prime. Says I can wield the authority of the machine gods that no longer exist, but I thought that functionality was restricted solely to Zeus. No, wait. Ares said that thing was called Chaos. Then that would mean the true nature of the being peering down us on the cracker in the sky is the source of every god in all of Greek mythology. Chaos. No, as in the primordial chaos. Not quite, Master. While they do use the term chaos in scientific circles to describe unpredictable situations, that's strictly a modern usage of the word. In Greek mythology, chaos is the largest, most ancient god of all. And their name means hole in the sky, a void. Ah, that's why this chapter is called Void. That thing is nothing less than a colossal interstellar mothership, a spherical space-time fortress known as Chaos. They are the being from which all the machine gods originated. The truth is that all 12 Olympians, including Zeus, were nothing more than a way for Chaos to divide their countless functions. They are the source of the Titans, Olympus, and every machine god. They are a supernatural god that has become one with the gaps in our universe, as space-time. Their core is the very eye peeking out to you from within the rift. Wait, so if he is beyond the universe's space-time, does this mean that Chaos is peering at us from beyond... Like, it's beyond space-time, so this thing exists outside of the Lostbelt, then? This thing is beyond the Tree of Emptiness. It's peering at us from the outside in. Right? That would make sense, because, I don't know, maybe? The truly massive shell that makes up their colossal body uses a star from an ancient distant system for its core. Chaos is a fucking Dyson sphere! In terms of sheer scale, this god of the heavens far surpasses our entire planet. A colossal structure covering a star, you mean like a Dyson sphere? A Dyson sphere, how originally named for the physicist who conceived it, is theoretically a construct of an artificial structure designed to completely cover a star in order to make use of its energy. But you're now saying such a sphere truly exists, and has for eons at that. Oh, this could be bad. That would make Chaos here a god that embodies every concept of natural phenomenon under the sun. No, even that fails to do it justice. We're now up against a star capable of covering every centimeter of the sky. So why is the thing only now showing up? To protect Zeus? No, Zeus' divine core is well and truly gone. Just as a heroic spirit cannot maintain their existence without their spirit core, neither can a god maintain their body without their divine core. That's right, Lord Zeus is no longer with us. I expect that Chaos there has shown themselves in order to carry out Lord Zeus' will in his stead. But this is all wrong. Lord Zeus wished to preserve this civilization, keep it alive as long as possible. However, Chaos has no particular feelings towards Earth. Chaos' highest priority is preserving the fleet, so Chaos means to absorb not just Olympus, but every resource on this planet's surface, and return to voyaging across the Sea of Stars. But this is terrible. There's no longer anything there. There's nothing and no one left where Chaos resides. All that remains there is a gap in the cosmos. I think that I is going to be the thumbnail for this one. Chaos, the primordial god. In Greek mythology, they are said to be the source of the gods. No, more than that, they are the source of all on Earth. It never occurred to me that their true identity would be of a titanic rent in the universe itself. A massive eye that peers down on this planet from a gap in the very fabric of space. What's more, they now wish to revert this planet to its primordial state and return to the Sea of Stars. I have no idea how we're going to do this. Another no battle node for Section 22, Void. Oh man, it is heating up here, man. I really have no idea where this is going to go. How are we going to... Because we don't have any command spells left. Subject and civilization. Irrelevant. Intelligence and minds, irrelevant. Prosperity, ruin, irrelevant. Kirstaria might come in and save us, I guess. Primordial Chaos reactivation confirmed. All components will be deemed unnecessary. Emergency alert, emergency alert. Chaos has manifested. They will soon begin harvesting the planet's resources and will then revert the planet's surface to its primordial state. In accordance with the Interstellar Migration Treaty, 37% of this unregistered planet's volume will be consumed. All intelligent life forms on this planet are encouraged to evacuate immediately. What kind of treaty is there? I'm not a part of any treaty like this. Setting aside the self-serving nature of that announcement, as well as the timeline it details, it sounds as though Chaos intends to scoop out 7% of Earth's surface. You know, why not? At this point, it's got an eye. That's its weak point. I'll use part of my own soul at this point to stop this thing. Yeah, what is the point of unbleaching the Earth if there's going to be a huge hole in it? Unless, you know... Actually, I don't really know what would encompass 37% of Earth's surface. I really don't know. Like, I can't conceptually think of how big of a scale that is. Except, like, more than all of the landmass on the Earth. Indeed, suffice to say, if Chaos is successful, Earth will no longer be a suitable planet for human life. Well, hang on, it doesn't seem like it's going to attack us, right? Chaos perceives the universe on a vastly greater scale than Zeus. I suspect they're not even aware of us. See, we'll get a sneak attack bonus. The magical energy they fired at Ares is more akin to a reflex. They don't mean to attack us, their only intention is to make off with this planet's surface, Lostbelt and all. And set sail on another voyage across the Sea of Stars. So they just want to turn us into fuel or some shit for an interstellar pleasure cruise? Screw that noise. It's essentially what Goetia wanted to do, except through space rather than time. I know who this Chaos bitch thinks they are, but I'm sure as shit not letting that happen. That's right. We still haven't cut down the Tree of Emptiness. We can't afford to stop now. The Black Barrel has sustained damage. The Ocean X is a total output has fallen below 50%. Oh. Well, I guess no Black Barrel then. But the auto-maintenance function is still working. I can temporarily boost output to 60% for combat. My shield remains intact, the Aegis of Protection is still in effect. Yeah, how do we fight, is the question. Indeed. Right. I'm afraid we can't. It must be at least 20,000 meters away from us. We simply have no way of reaching it. And even if we could, we would need to fight them inside that rift. And the fighting of an outer space is uncharted territory, even for experts like us. Oh, so we gotta go into outer space to fight it. Gotcha. We just need Gil then. Gil will handle this, no problem. Or BB. I think they both technically fought in space. And those are the only two servants that have ever fought in outer space. The only two. Even if there were a spacefaring heroic spirit here, the battle would be over by the time they were to reach Chaos. Goetia, the king of demon gods, managed to store all the magical energy of human history in bands of light. But even if we had an equivalent energy at our disposal, we would still be unable to destroy Chaos. No, I'm pretty sure we could. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes, I have a question. Go on. Remind me, are these machine gods different from conceptual ones? They aren't. It's difficult to convey accurately, but they are close indeed to gods born from deified natural phenomenon. So while they are fundamentally dissimilar to natural gods, they still function as gods who preside over nature and various phenomena. You know what? Let's just take the Earth and push it somewhere else. That way it can't harvest the Earth, you know? I'm afraid I can't explain it any better than that. Do you understand now, Miss Miyamoto? I see, I see. So they're basically still natural phenomena, huh? Great, no problem then. I might not have been able to beat Zeus on my own, but I can totally take on this Chaos thing. She can take on Chaos, huh? Okay, Musashi. How can you take on Chaos? Musashi, that's amazing, but are you sure? Cut the shit. I know you want to put on a brave face, but this ain't the time for jokes. Thank you, Canis. That may be the first helpful assertion you've made since we first met. Miss Miyamoto, I'm afraid that regardless of how exemplary your solar skills may be, there's simply no way you can destroy that enormous mass from... Who said anything about destroying it? That overgrown temple up there usually sticks to its own side of the universe and never interferes with ours, right? The only reason it's able to stick its people in its armed business now is because of that hole up there. Oh, okay, so Musashi's not going to beat it. We just have to sew a hole in reality itself. Okay, so which servant is the best at knitting? We need them right now. It's not about fighting, it's about patching up reality itself. Makes sense, makes sense. So in that case, all I've got to do is get rid of the hole. I might not be able to destroy this eye, but I can close the window it's looking through, so to speak. True, but the problem is that the hole is not a window. It's a hole in space itself, a total absence of form. It's a void, Miss Miyamoto. Oh, and she's achieved void. Now you've got it. I finally figured out why I keep popping up around you guys all this time. Huh, I know I said there was something out there I've still yet to slice, but I never thought I'd find it here. You've already cut the void, though. Nope, sorry, we don't have time to wait for permission from some high and mighty official. Not my style. Every heroic spear here gave everything they had to save proper human history. I might not be from there myself, but it's not like I have anywhere else to go right now. And hey, remember what I told you before? About how I got to Olympus ahead of you guys? Yes. I've tried lots of times to get back to my own world, only end up drifting into all sorts of others. When I get to the boundary between worlds, there's a lighted field I always end up falling through. You can see hundreds of entrances to all sorts of worlds from beneath your feet, so I'd always pick one and jump in, thinking that would be the one that finally gets me home. But I always ended up in a different world each time. That's how it happened to run into you in Shimosa. Oh, though we did have that really close callback in American Desert, didn't we? Man, that place was a blast. Summer. That event happened then. Confirmed, that's canon. But anyway, the more I drifted, the fewer entrances were left with each trip. I'm tripping over my tongue. It's no surprise, really. I knew that eventually there wouldn't be any world left that would accept me. There's no place for you in any world. I mean, it only figures, right? The Japan I came from was long since pruned away. Looking back on it now, it must have been a Lostbelt itself. And so I became a wanderer, drifting through space-time. I kept barging into all sorts of worlds under the pretense of finding my way home, and getting kicked out. Sometimes, when I found myself in a really nice world, I'd even try to settle down there. I didn't want to face reality. My options were dwindling rapidly, and I didn't want to deal with it. Then when you said you'd stopped ending up in other worlds, she means that this would be your final stop. Coming here was her fate. When I first heard about her condition in Russia and how this was the only world she had ever revisited via Shimosa, I knew then that this would happen someday. Sadly, Miss Miyamoto's world hops are not infinite, but finite. Yeah, never mind now. Oh my, so angry. Thank you, Soul. Thank you for getting so angry on my behalf. But this is my karma, and my time to shine. Plus, you know how I am. Soul, now that you and I have formed such a close bond, I'm going to make sure I do you proud with this one last thing. Yeah, that's right. This is where my journey comes to an end. And I couldn't ask for many final opponents more worthy than a giant mechanical sky god. Besides, once I perfected my Zero Sword, I always knew I would someday want to take it even further. So I've made my decision. No more bouncing from world to world for me. Whatever happens here, happens. Woohoo! Hold up, you can't face that thing alone. Yeah, wait a minute, Musashi. How are we gonna How are you gonna get there, first off, is the question? Sorry we're late. Though we finally made it to the Great Shrine's airspace. Oh, they're just not... Yeah, Gordolf's gonna freak out. Who cares about Zeus and his overblown sparks? He's not making my hair stand on end today. After a fierce and daring battle against Zeus and terminals trying to keep us away from the shrine, we're here and ready to back you up. Stormborder. Perfect, just what the sword fighter ordered. Wait just a minute, what in the blue blazes is going on here? When I had Captain enable the border secret jet feature to bring us past the clouds, the last thing I expected to find was a crack in the sky? What is that thing up there in the stratosphere? And is it just me, or is it the most terrifying enemy we've ever faced? I can't get a read on its magic energy. It's got to be either a divine spirit or a machine god. You got it, Da Vinci. That thing is the original chaos. It's the literal mother of all machine gods, including the 12 Olympians themselves. Now they say they've got to dissolve and absorb almost half the planet's resources before setting sail on a voyage across the sea of stars. Talk about a pain-in-the-ass deity, huh? So it's going to slurp up the whole planet. Can it just transform into anything into magical energy? Well, hard turn starboard. Let's just go back to the ground and pretend we never saw a thing. Sorry, can't let you do that. Hup. Musashi, what you doing? As if that ever worked on me before. I don't ever even go back to restaurants to pay my checks. Just keep the ship headed for that fissure, Director. I've got a special move. I'll take care of this in a flash. What are you saying? Surely this can't be possible. So Musashi's pulling a Spartacus. Go on, Soul, say something. Is there any way she could possibly pull this off? Don't ask me, I don't know. I don't know if she's got a giant sewing needle in there. I knew it. Fortunately, as you can see, I always made it a point to keep a level head. And right now, my level head is telling me this nightmare I'm seeing before me could actually destroy the world. Technical advisor, administrative advisor, which one do I believe? Me, of course, besides, in the first place. Warning, warning, initiating resource collection procedures. All intelligent lifeforms, please close your eyes and relax. Beginning force shutdown of all lifeform functions. Reverting planet to primordial state. Initiating countdown. Thank you, Primordial Mothership Chaos, and have a wonderful journey. So it's counting down seconds until the entire planet is returned to its primordial state. I love the shrine voice, it's just so polite. That's the final warning. If we don't do something fast, Chaos will activate the Chronos Ground and disassemble everything on Earth, physically and conceptually, into their component spiritons. From there, it's only a matter of time until the planet eventually dies. See, we don't have time to think about this. And we'll fight it together. We're all in this together. Because I don't remember the song. I used to know that song like the back of my hand, but now it's been so many years I don't remember. Senpai's right. Please come back, Musashi. With a border here, now we still have other options available too. Suck it up, you two. You're being silly. You think I don't know all that? This is the best option, the only option. Believe me, I don't want to do this, but everyone not dying here is a lot more important to me. So please, you know we've been through a lot together. Just let me go. Let me do this. Are you going to take this one chance to go out doing something truly meaningful away from me? As my best master ever, aren't you supposed to use a command spell or magecraft or something to back me up in a moment like this? I don't have any command seals left! Go get them. I guess I declared you the winner the one time, so I'll declare you the winner this time as well. She's going super powering up mode. Alright, now that's what I'm talking about. Hey everyone, inside the border. Set a course for that hole, full speed. But hang on just a moment. Soul is glaring at me. I think he's crying too. Not really. This is Captain Nemo speaking. I'm the captain of the storm border. Don't worry, Saber Miyamoto Musashi. I'll light the way up to the border's bow. And max out its inertia control and repulsion conservation to keep you safe. The storm border might not be as strong as my father, Poseidon. But with my Nautilus, the shadow border, and the Hephaestus power all helping out, we can still give him a run for his money. So I promise we'll get you to your destination, no matter how rough our course might be. Thanks, that'll be a big help. It's definitely a little far to the reach of my own, no matter how good I am with the sword I might be. It's been a long journey. I've slain people, monsters, and now gods. I finally encountered my destiny in the keep of Shimosa's Tokei Castle, where my sword at last reached zero. After all that, I could wish for nothing more than to end this journey by setting out for one last selfless act. Truth be told, most of my journey was so pathetic that I'm glad no one was there to see it all. But like I think I told you before, the times when I got to fight alongside you all were an exception. A female version of Musashi like me never really fit in anywhere, but with you guys, I finally got to fight for a decent cause. That's why I think I could have been a hero, one who could even measure up to proper human histories, Musashi. Okay, thanks for everything, Soul. Do it, Captain. Roger that, setting a course for the fissure in the space-time. Full speed ahead. Oh, this might be the better... I think this one might be the better one. This one might be the better one. I guess I'm not forgiving Musashi for doing a sacrifice play. I'll never forgive Musashi. The ultimate sacrifice. I don't know. I mean, we can resummon her at least. I mean, we have her in our briefcase, I think, technically. Okay. It's taking its time to load. I'm wondering if there's going to be an animated scene for this. There has been a fair few of those in this, so it wouldn't surprise me. Getting that shot's going to be a rough one. Current airspeed is 27,000 kilometers per hour, but I can't get a read on the distance to our target. I can see chaos with the naked eye, but they're still not registering on our sensors. Unless something changes, I don't think the storm border will ever make it back to chaos. Make it to chaos, not even if we got a million years. What do you mean? I can see it right there. Can't we just keep headed straight for it? No, we can't. The only reason it looks that way to us is because all we have are simple human senses to rely on to perceive it. But the distance to chaos, or rather the route to that void, is absurdly complicated. Exactly. It might look like we're going in a straight line, but we're actually going every way but straight ahead. Well, I just took a look at our course on the map, and it looks like some sort of jigsaw puzzle, and a three-dimensional one at that. Isn't there anything you can do about this, Captain? I do have a route planned out, thanks to the paper moon acting as our compass. We're following that route right now, and it's slowly but surely getting us closer to chaos. That being said, the paper moon's route to chaos will take us 62 hours per times 62 hours times 672 attempts. Of course, the storm border will never last that long, to say nothing of me and Musashi up there on the bow. Then what are we supposed to do? Let's just make something, Da Vinci. Have you gotten the hang of piloting the storm border yet? Do you think you can operate this ship by yourselves? Not easily, but yeah, I think I can manage. You'll never be able to leave this computer room again, though. Oh, and I think I'll also need the Marines. I can manage the systems from here, okay, but I'll still need people to keep all the interior facilities clean. Got it. Then I'll leave more clones behind. I'm sure I can. I'll make sure I do. Besides, they're not much more than extras. There's no need for them to come along with me. Captain, if our route to chaos is too long to traverse in reality space, then we'll take a shortcut through the void space. So I'll cut the distance down from infinite to finite by making a series of intermittent zero sails. Well, you can't do that, Captain. Not even the Nautilus could handle consecutive zero sails. Besides, the border's made for punching through the void space, not jumping through it like a flying fish. I can do it. I'll make it happen, I swear, on both my Triton and Nemo Spirit origins. Whoa, whoa, come now, Captain. You know you shouldn't be so quick to volunteer to risk your life. Wait, hang on. You don't mean... Yes, I do, Gordolf. The chair is yours now. Though I have to say, you seem like you'd be a lot more at home in the cockpit than in the captain's chair. Oh, you can't be serious. You can't! No, Okay, I'm off to the engine room. It's okay, don't worry about it. Just think of this as the storm border getting a new Triton engine. This will not be necessary. Worry not, child of the sea. You may short in stature, but you are great nonetheless. We shall make a path for you. So Nemo was about to sacrifice himself. There's a bridge. Quirinus? What the hell, I can't believe it, but we've got a road. It's giving us a straight shot right to chaos, cutting through every layer of cross-dimensional maze. We are Romulus equals Quirinus, an ally to all determined to carve new paths in this world. We were saving the power left in this body for what comes after, but no more. We have decided to use all our remaining divine aura and all our authority to see you to our destination. Captain, wait. We can go straight there now. It's only 2,000 meters into chaos now. The border can go there in under 3 minutes. Yeah, no need to further report, Marine. I can see it for myself. What a beautiful view. It's like looking at an ocean of light. I couldn't have asked for a better stairway to the sun. How can I ever repay you? We may be a god, but we do not seek compensation. Neither would we see you throw your life away. Now go forth, gallant crew of the storm border, and reach the destination we all seek. That is why we were sent here. All roads lead to Rome. What was that just now? Engine room, crank that engines up to 120% output. I don't care if we end up stranded 3 minutes from now. We're gonna get this job done, come hell or high water. So we're just watching this all happen. This journey was so much fun. I'm so lucky I got another chance to keep traveling even after I met my end in Shimosa. I don't know who it was that gave me that chance, but whoever you are, thank you. Oh, but if it was humanity, then I take it back. I mean, it was humanity that made me an outcast. I'm Musashi's subject to pruning theoretical phenomena, so I'll never get summoned again once I disappear. I wish I could record these thoughts somewhere before I'm gone, but that's probably easier said than done. We've summoned plenty of people pruned by the theoretical pruning phenomenon. But that's okay, really. It's fine. After all, I made it this far, and I did it without changing who I am. That's all I need. Goodbye. Goodbye, soul. I may not have been able to pull it off myself. Hell, I never even really thought about trying to. But you'd better make sure you take back your world, okay? This is a contender now. Okay, now that I've said my goodbyes, it's time to become the ultimate sword. This battle is what my heavenly eye was made for. Hear me now, kaleidoscope of all things in this world that are born, grow, and multiply. I will sever every path, cut off every branch, and draw forth the null that lies at your essence. I will slice off every bit of I possibly can, then can you slice off what remains. And thus I shall become the ultimate. I shall become the heavens, but even that is not enough to fulfill my dream. So I will smash through the wall of the heavens and glare at what lies beyond. Once I have severed the formless, the void, the face of pure nothing, then I shall become the Buddha's sword, and slice through destiny itself. Namu, Tenmin, Daijazi Tenjin. Now is the time to use everything I've got. That might... Oh man, there's another one with so many good things. Distance to target. We'll need to punch through several layers of space acting like bounded field. Brace for impact. There's still 3, 4, 5 impacts left. Make sure you don't fall off. Current speed, 29,000 kilometers per hour. Temperature of the outer hull is 400 degrees Celsius and rising. Musashi, are you still there? Are you still alive? Even at this speed, we still can't get close to it. It's a lot farther away than it looks. It'll take 20, no, 30 seconds until we reach the fissure in space. Can you hang in there until then, Musashi? Musashi? Of course I can, Captain. Don't worry about me, just keep punching it. Keep the bow pointed up and all engines at full throttle. We're going to do this thing in style. You've got it. Setting elevation angle to 10 degrees. Once we get above the bounded fields, it'll all be up to you. Chaos, sorry for the late introduction. Hopefully you won't mind if I let my sword do the talking. This is nothing. Yeah, because that was close. Don't tell me I'm going to get shot down before I even get close enough to make my move. Protection. Something's protecting us. I won't let that happen. The border is going to back you up as best as it can right to the very end. Don't worry, we'll handle every defense. Just save your strength for when it really counts. Spiriton Cannon, continue firing. Oh, nice. Thanks, Captain. I can tell from your voice you must be a real cutie. Oh man, now I really wish I met up with you guys sooner. Me too, Miyamoto Musashi. But keep your focus on chaos. 6,000 meters to go until we reach the fissure. Estimated time until collision, 16 seconds. Got it. Thanks for the ride, Captain. You did an absolutely fantastic job. Not at all. It was an honor to help. Your bravery is an inspiration to us all. Alright. Man, that sure is a big eye you've got there. I wonder, can you really see me with it? Even if you can, you're probably thinking, she's only a human. What can she possibly do? You're not wrong. There's no way a normal attack would ever do a thing to a fissure in space-time or the universe. Any kind of physical attack would be pointless, as would any form of resistance. Basically, even the katana of the greatest sword fighter ever is even less significant than space dust as far as you're concerned. Yeah, that's right. Everything I've ever done has amounted to no more than space dust. I told myself I was walking the path of the sword, even as I lost my way. I kept resisting, trying to accept what I couldn't come to terms with. I don't know if I left anything of value behind. I don't even know if I gained anything at all. But even so, oh, this actually might do it. This one, I think this is the choice, unless there's an even better one, because this encompasses both of what I wish to show. The one thing I do know is that I've been lucky enough to meet some incredible people. So here I am. Now, after a long and self-centered journey, my blade, my sword, is ready to reach you. Chaos, your giant fissure in the universe might be devoid of form, but slicing the void is my destiny. Hey, Shimin Munai, you shitty old man. You know how you love saying you're the strongest in the world? If you're out there, I hope you're watching this. Because I'm about to go where you never could. Godspeed, Musashi. This is for you, Ishanten. I shall break through the void to reach the truth. I shall pass beyond the state of zero. Godspeed, Musashi. God fucking speed. I shall break through the void to reach the truth. I shall pass beyond the state of zero. It was a single flash of a sword. A blade that should never have been able to hit its target. A zero slash that reaches mark with perfect accuracy. How can I prove the existence of something that reaches beyond void? Of non-existence? How can I describe what she did to reach a being whose very essence lies in non-existence? A strike at the chaotic void that lay past a gap in the universe, beyond space and time itself. I can't. It's impossible to put into words. All I can do is tell you what happened afterward. Her blade did indeed rend the very sky, causing the god of the void to disappear beyond space-time without so much as a gasp in surprise. It was in the truest possible sense. A god-destroying strike. I did it. I cut the last god. Not a bad job for Musashi who shouldn't even exist, huh? That was beyond perfect if I do say so myself. I hope I never ruined us all that. I know I could pull it off if I tried. Godspeed, Musashi. Godspeed. What was that? What just happened? I don't know, our sensors are all going berserk, so I can't tell what's going on outside. What about Musashi? Is she still on the bow? No, she's not. Chaos and Musashi are gone. This ship is part of me, so I can tell there's nothing outside anymore. No god, no heroic spirit. Nothing. The fissure in space-time, the gap in the cosmos, is closed. So, she closed the gap. Then does that mean... Yeah, I'm not going to mince words. Chaos returned to their original null state. They'll stay silent forever now. Miyamoto Musashi burned out every ounce of her spirit origin and completely disappeared, so she went beyond Spartacus. She's gone. Got us a St. Quartz.